Welcome back to Reds Fusion LFC. Big transfer bombshells are dropping today as Fabrizio Romano confirms Marc Guehi's £20 million move to Man City. But what does this mean for Liverpool's transfer strategy? And why are the Reds not worried at all? We've got the latest on Diomande, a Liverpool target set to move this summer, plus Arne Slot's strong response to a key contract update inside Anfield. Stay locked in, Reds. This one explains why Liverpool are playing the long game and planning something even bigger for 2026.
Liverpool transfer stance explained as Marc Guehi set to join Man City for £20 million. Long-term Liverpool transfer target Marc Guehi is set to move to Premier League rivals Man City from Crystal Palace. Manchester City are on the verge of winning the race to sign long-term Liverpool transfer target Marc Guehi. Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner has confirmed Guehi is close to moving to the Etihad outfit, with a fee of around £20 million having reportedly been thrashed out for a player who is out of contract at the London club at the end of the season. The Reds have remained keen on the player and willing to put together an offer in the summer when the England international was expected to attract a host of suitors. Now, though, City's desperation to address an injury crisis at centre-back has prompted them to move for Guehi, with Palace having accepted the fee rather than lose the 25-year-old for nothing in a few months. Liverpool do not regard signing Guehi this month as a market opportunity compared to last September and this coming summer, and are thus unlikely to change their stance over resisting a late effort to gazump City. Glasner, who also confirmed he was leaving as Palace boss at the end of the season, said on Friday afternoon, "My understanding is that a deal with Marc is in its final stages. It is not done, but as a result, Marc doesn't play for us. I mentioned it a few weeks ago. I was pretty clear. Every player, and depending on his contract, has their price and if we want to do it. When the player says, 'I want to move,' it looks like that is going to happen now. Everyone wanted Marc to stay forever, but reality is different. I talked to him, it stays between us, but I think Marc has shown it in the summer transfer window, it in the whole season so far, that he was 100% committed. I wish him all the best for his career. He will have a great one. He's still at the beginning. He has a fantastic future."
Diomande transfer update drops as Liverpool target will move this summer. Diomande, who recently stated his desire to move to Liverpool, could leave German team RB Leipzig this year amid interest from a host of top clubs around Europe. RB Leipzig's Diomande has been tipped to find a new club in the summer amid apparent interest from Liverpool. The 19-year-old Ivorian has emerged as an exciting prospect in the Bundesliga, registering 6 goals and 3 assists in 15 appearances for Leipzig this term. Diomande recently made it clear that he wants to play for Liverpool in the future, saying on a live stream, "I want to play at Anfield. I want to play for Liverpool. I'm a big fan of Liverpool. I'm a big fan of Liverpool because my father's dream is to see me play at Anfield. So that's my dream. You know, to fulfill my father's dream is a dream for me too." Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has now given an update on Diomande's future, saying that it is unlikely that the teenager will move in this month, but that a summer move is very much on the cards. Romano said, "If you ask me, do you think Diomande will move in the summer? Yes." He continued, "If you ask me if Diomande will move in January, I think this is going to be complicated because Leipzig already made big money last summer through the sales of Lois Openda, Benjamin Sesko, and Xavi Simons, so they don't need money now, but in the summer it could be a different story." Liverpool is one of several elite European clubs said to be keeping tabs on Diomande, with Manchester United, Bayern Munich, and Paris Saint-Germain also reportedly among the possible suitors. Diomande is a direct wide forward in a similar mold to Antoine Semenyo, who was a Liverpool target but opted to join Manchester City earlier this month. It looks as though Liverpool is set to miss out on another key target to City too, as it emerged that the Etihad Stadium club is closing in on a deal to sign Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace. Guehi is a defender in demand at the moment, with a number of top clubs in England and abroad keen on signing the defender in 2026. Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are among the clubs in Europe to have been linked with Guehi, but most of the interested parties were expected to wait until the end of the season to try and convince the 25-year-old that theirs was the right club to join. City's need for a new center-back intensified earlier this month when Josko Gvardiol and Ruben Dias sustained significant injuries during a draw with Chelsea.
Arne Slot responds to contract update from Liverpool star with clear message. Liverpool star Andy Robertson has already spoken out on contract extension talks with the club, while Arne Slot has praised the defender ahead of the Reds' Premier League game with Burnley at Anfield. Arne Slot has addressed Andy Robertson's recent remarks regarding contract negotiations with Liverpool and his wish for increased game time. The Reds' vice-captain has confirmed that discussions with the club over a potential new deal have already commenced. Robertson's existing Liverpool contract runs out at the end of the campaign, meaning he's now in the final 6 months of his deal and is free to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with clubs outside England. Slot has given Robertson only 4 Premier League starts this term, with the left-back acknowledging he faces a crucial decision about his Anfield future, reports the Liverpool Echo. "We'll see what happens," Robertson said. "We've had chats now which will remain private. I've spoken to them and we'll see what happens. Would I like to stay? Yes, but it's a difficult question to ask. I've got 5 months left, and we need to see the option to stay, or if there's options to go and things like that. I'll sit down with my family and decide. After a stressful summer, I'm just trying to enjoy being a part of it and being a Liverpool player. I wanted to qualify for the World Cup, and thankfully we've managed to do that. I need to see what myself and my family wants moving forward." Slot has now chimed in on the future of Robertson, including who will be the starting left-back between Robertson and new recruit Milos Kerkez. Slot referenced Robertson's remarks when discussing his plans to reveal the starting lineup for the Premier League face-off against Burnley this Saturday. Who knows if he, Kerkez, starts? The players will find out today. Robertson said he wants to play and needs games, but it is not just these two. "I know who is going to play, and the players will find out today." Slot also praised Robertson for the maturity he displayed while voicing his desire for more game time. "I think I had to give him a big compliment over what he said. Very mature, and I understood everything he said. Every player should have the same feeling who doesn't start every game. But I'm really happy to hear he finds joy in his current position and understands how important he is and has been for this club. He hasn't played as much as he would have hoped, but what he said in the media was a big compliment."
Marc Guehi is nothing special, and Liverpool are guaranteed to make an even better signing in 2026. Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards better be prepared for the barrage of criticism set to come their way from disgruntled Liverpool supporters. The Reds' recruitment dream team are all set to let another top January target slip away as Marc Guehi moves to Manchester City. Liverpool have already been beaten to Antoine Semenyo by City this month, and after claims that Pep Guardiola's team are pushing ahead for Guehi as well, Reds fans are going to be fuming, and with good reason. However, despite his good start at City, Semenyo will be no great loss to Liverpool as they look towards the forwards market in 2026. There are better players out there. The Reds are also guaranteed to make at least one center-back signing during the summer as well, and chances are they will be a whole lot better than the unconvincing Guehi. Too many question marks over Marc Guehi. Supporters do have a right to be angry with Hughes and Edwards over the failure to land Guehi. They had him all but sealed on deadline day, and to let him walk to City barely 4 months later is a real embarrassment. Nevertheless, the anger should be rooted more in the fact that Liverpool desperately need a center-back and appear ready to ignore that, rather than any specific disappointment over Guehi himself. While he has been a good Premier League performer for Palace and an impressive figure on international duty for England, it still remains to be seen whether Guehi is capable of stepping up to a truly top team. At Palace, he plays in a back three with greater protection. That would not be the case at Liverpool, and as he stands at a distinctly short 5 feet 11 inches, there would be question marks over his ability to deal with the aerial bombardment Liverpool usually find themselves facing. The fact also remains that the Reds seem happy enough to let City have a free run at Guehi in January. If they were completely sold on him, they would surely fight harder to redirect his transfer. Liverpool set to make an even better signing than Guehi. Part of the appeal of Guehi to Liverpool was that he would be one more addition to their homegrown quota. The Reds currently have too many non-homegrown players, and it is important to fill the squad with a few more quality options in that regard. However, where a player is from should never be one of the deciding factors in a transfer happening. If it is, it may suggest that a deal is being done for the wrong reasons. There is no doubt that Guehi could come in and help Liverpool in their current situation, and from that perspective the signing would make sense, but whether he is truly good enough in the long term, Liverpool clearly have at least some reservations. Whatever happens with Guehi, the Reds will be assessing their options and bulking up their defense in 2026, and with virtually a full year in which to do that, you would back them to get the decision right. Although it is unclear who exactly their new arrival could be, they are likely to be a replacement for Ibrahima Konate, who is even more ready to step straight into the role. Fear not, Liverpool fans, we will end up in a better position once this mess has concluded.